Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Nerd Shit Live. I'm your host, Pat. With me, as always, is my co-host, Gercondez.
What's up, everybody?
I'll get it right.
No, that was great, dude. I mean, like, it's nice that I don't have to say my own name. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I just have to do the hand waving.
Nice. You're not competent enough to say it, so I'll just take it for you.
Sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
What is my name? I don't know.
I don't know. All right,
but you somehow remember all the time, so you're okay.
Actually, I don't. I think like last week. Well, not that I don't remember your name, but I can't remember it. It's fine, whatever.
Dude, we're okay.
Chill
vibes, bro.
I'm so not ready right now for this.
Yeah.
Nick asked us if we were ready, and I lied right to him.
It's like,
I lied right to your face.
Just fucking hit play. Let's go.
Just like any other day.
Also, if Mr. Enright is watching this right now, thanks for telling us that you took the GoPro. However, good luck taking pictures without that SD card, baby.
Because we got it.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I have it right here.
Oh,
we're
yes.
good. Oh, man. So everybody, I guess, who listens to the show at this point knows how this goes, right? Right? We do news first. And then we have a new segment this week that I entitled Fun Time.
Wait, where is that?
It's on the list. I don't know. I guess I didn't really like.
It's like, wait a minute.
I don't know.
Even I don't know what's going on.
Look, I kind of put low effort in this week though because obvious reasons.
Yeah.
We had our time eaten up this weekend, which we knew would happen. You know what I mean? Because Nick, I mean, we were stuck on Phasmophobia for a week straight.
4 out of 5 nights this week.
Yeah, it's true.
Damn,
I mean,
I
I'd
feel
still
so
do it too. Like, I would gladly go back to play more Phasmophobia.
I feel so bad for missing out on those days because, like, you tell me, like, the stories that you guys have experienced in terms of, like...
It's virtual thrill seeking on a level I've never experienced.
Well, I'm kind of glad to where, you know, all the other games that we played, you know, like... Among Us and like freaking Fall Guys, you know, that kind of like fell off a little bit, but this Phasmophobia is like the game now to where if you're not playing any AAA titles or anything like that, this is the game to
I
freaking
guess
play.
We could get into some AAA titles as well.
I mean, we will.
All right. All right. Well, I guess with that, we'll start the news, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So first of all, Avengers game is a total failure. Which, look,
damn,
I have an Avengers tattoo on my arm. If I'm not jazzed about it, who do you think's going to be jazzed about it?
See, that says a lot, you know, and people have seen your tattoo, right? I don't know if you could roll up your sleeves.
It's fine. It's not
it's fine. But he's telling the truth. I've seen it, you know.
Nobody needs to see it. But my point is just that I'm a big fan. Okay. Yeah. And I'm not shy about being a big fan. I've loved these stories since I'm a kid. I love the illustration. I love the color work. I just, the whole thing. And the fact that it made the transition into mainstream film. And yeah, they follow a certain blockbuster formula to make sure they have continued success. But like, you know, that's what I want to see.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I think so, in terms of like the game, right? Even if you maybe taking it to a point where the biggest fans were also let down.
Oh,
okay. Well, here's the thing. Like, even people who just casually game, I feel like would not like this game.
So,
right?
Here was a report from Dave Gibson was on Twitter, November 6, 2020. He tweeted out that Square Enix have reported a 6.5 billion yen, 6.5 billion loss for HD games driven by Marvel's adventures. Would not say how many sold, but volumes were 60% of plan. Implies the game cost over 100 million to make, but only sold 3 million or so. So actually, and then with an update, he said the total cost of the game was closer to like 170, 190. And that 70% of the costs were QTR and marketing.
Marketing. Marketing costs a lot.
It does, but also at the same time, like maybe you should have focused on making a good game, because that brings me to my next. That brings me to my next point. You can have a game that doesn't sell well, but still be good. You look at The Division 2. everyone was burnt out on the Division 1. Division 2 was actually
That's a good point.
pretty good at launch. But the problem is that Avengers lost 96% of its player base. Once again, I'm a superhero junkie. I don't want to spoil anything for later on in the show, but I have a PlayStation 5 and I'm playing through Spider-Man Miles Morales right now. I can't put it down. That's how much I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers, I just felt like, let's get through this.
Well,
The entire time.
Yeah, I mean, like when you first got the game, and I think like the first couple of days, you were telling us like, I'm trying to like it.
I'm trying to like it. I'm trying
like
to.
I have to do this because I have that tattoo on my.
That's exactly what it
and
is.
it's like I'm a fan, and it's just like I gotta give them a chance, and it's just like the results show though. You know?
Oh
It's just
yeah,
like,
if it turned
it's
me
sad.
away, so 96% of its player base, and now I believe For Honor lost 95% of its player base after its first month of release.
But they did a resurgence though. Like it became.
Well, they gave more content. They weren't.
Exactly,
They didn't have
yeah.
as many predatory practices. They kind of.
They eased up on.
They fixed
on it, yeah.
the meta was broken, dude. There was the assassin class, bro. All you had to do was this weird like jump stab to the left, and not only did you get poison damage, but you got bleed damage. So like
It was broken.
it was so broken, and it fucked everybody over. So a lot of players left, pretty much.
What's the point?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would go back to For Honor, though. You know what I mean? It's fucking awesome.
It's a
I
good-looking
love that
game.
fucking game. Have
Yeah.
you played it?
Yeah, I tried the. There was a demo out for it.
I
for a
played
little
the
while.
demo and I played and I played at launch for like the good like 2 to 3 months. For Honor was the shit though. I loved that
Yeah.
game. But yeah, either way, man. Look, was I not the warning sign? Was I not the obvious beacon of this guy's in denial?
I mean, like, listen.
It's true. I never said that I liked it. I never said that I liked it, though. I said that I was trying to like it,
Right.
and that it's got good things about it, but there is a lot of bad with that good. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah, you were trying to be objective as possible
If
with it.
they
Yeah.
were trying, they tried to make a looter shooter. They made a looter shooter. That's what they did.
Yeah.
But I just don't want that type of game. I want a story-based action adventure, something that utilizes the character's strengths and weaknesses and X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's pretty fair.
Excuse me.
Should I try it, Pat? In like a couple months from now, this game. Should I?
Avengers?
If they do make some like improvements, is it still?
If they make some improvements, I would say give it a whirl. But if you're going to give it a whirl, then obviously I would too, because there's co-op and I haven't played the game with anybody else.
Well, the reason why I asked that is like how bad of an experience or like how bad of a taste has been left in your mouth to where just like nothing could really like.
I don't taste
bring it.
anything. I'll put it like that.
I am.
I am tasteless. I'm not a tasteful
like-
man in any sense.
all right.
But my point is, Jerry, you know how neurotic I am about finishing games before I start new ones?
Yeah.
I didn't go back for the last mission.
Damn.
That's
Sounds
a
like a-
pretty big condemnation of how,
But also
of
sounds
how
like a
your
heartbroken-
Avengers game
Yeah.
gripped me.
Damn.
Gripped.
Yeah. That's pretty sad. I don't know. We're gonna have to see what they're gonna do about it because these numbers are crazy. 96%, you said, like
They better just start. If they gave me my money back, I'll go back for like a day. But
just like, and they'll give you a good review.
God, baby girl.
so
Thank you, sir.
up next, actually, is some more Avengers centric news, but not in video game and not in failure, but in success. Chris Pratt is back at Star-Lord.
Oh, right.
He's back at Star-Lord, back as Star-Lord for Thor: Love and Thunder. And listen, I'm not hot on Thor Ragnarok. I think it's
Really?
okay. Jesus Christ! Relax,
Explain yourself.
Relax, relax. I didn't realize I was gonna get it from you guys too. I think it's funny and I think it's a good time, but I also liked. This is gonna sound really weird. I liked Thor as like a Romeo Juliet style like Shakespearean drama. Like, have you seen the first Thor movie?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like it, but have you seen the way it's shot? And have you seen the way it's written? And like it's like you're watching Shakespeare.
That's Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's a very, very Shakespearean type of person.
Yes, I appreciate that. We need that.
And
we
then
still
he's-
need that.
And then he still is in plays and stuff. Like he
Yes.
loves that crap,
Yes.
you know?
We need somebody like him, somebody who transcends. But either way, though, there's like a lot of weird camera angles that establish dominance and like
Dutch angles.
There's a shit ton of Dutch angles in that movie. I mean, like almost every scene is a Dutch angle.
No one uses it except him. Not anymore.
But it's just shot in such a particular way, and then the second Thor movie is just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a bigger adventure, but at the same, it doesn't resonate as much. And like the third one, I think is obviously the best one, like out of them all, like because it, you know. But I felt like it lost some of the unique identity where it now just fell in line with what Marvel figured out makes the most money besides for
The
like,
formula, like
yeah,
it fits. Yeah.
like it's just now on the assembly.
I mean, you could argue that like in terms of what works for Marvel right now and Disney.
Sorry.
I don't know. I really like Ragnarok. I think it's just because it's more of like an
I'm not
entertainment.
saying I don't like it.
No,
I'm just
no.
saying I'm not like, oh Ragnarok, because it's in my top 3 Marvel films.
Well,
I
I'm not
love it
saying that
so
either.
much.
I'm not saying that either. But in terms of like where they're having this direction of Thor as a character, and like Chris
Yeah.
Hemsworth freaking kills it in terms of like that character.
Well, actually, let's go back to Chris Pratt is actually in this movie. That's who we're talking about. He's playing Star Lord.
Oh, wait, yeah.
He's playing Star Lord. Great. I like this. Save all the other Guardians drama till Guardians 3. Put Star Lord in this one.
Yeah, they
and
gotta sprinkle it,
and
like,
figure
very
out their,
easily.
Figure out their egos. Figure out how their egos work out
Mm-hmm.
because that dynamic is too strong just to let it go.
And also the font that they use for this film is like so.
I love it. It's
Well,
like
it's like
80s
He-Man.
It's like 80s retro He-Man vibe.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I heard someone once say that Thor Ragnarok was your template for a Masters of the Universe film. But
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that, you know, because the thing is, it's just like in terms of like this, it's just this big muscular guy who just has this like
Well, is
melee
he?
weapon, huh?
is he a big muscular guy?
Chris Hemsworth.
Did you see Avengers Endgame?
Listen, muscles
Hold
was under.
the fuck up. Did you
Muscles-
see Avengers Endgame?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm just talking about the Thor movies though.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
All right,
It's just
yeah.
like
But-
he wasn't fat and like drinking beer all the time in the Thor movies. But in terms of like that whole template, right?
Yeah.
It's just like the super strong character who just kicks ass no matter
Yeah,
where
yeah,
he
yeah.
goes. And I kind of like that. So a lot of people just, you know, may not need like a crazy story driven, you know, like complex.
I hope they play up the David and Goliath angle. You know what I mean?
Wait, why?
Like, because Star-Lord, Peter Quill's a human.
Uh,
Thor is a god. They're like,
They're gonna
Peter
have
Quill is obviously incredibly emasculated by Thor and is super insecure
they're gonna
about him.
They already started
So-
doing that. you
Yeah,
know, in-
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm drawing this from. It's like from what they did in Avengers and in the last 2 Avengers movies. So I definitely think that they're gonna play up that whole like he's gonna like get himself into some situation that Thor's gonna have to save himself out of, or it could be a quick throwaway scene. And this is all skeptical. He may not even be the movie for that long.
Yeah, and was this Natalie Portman's back in as Jane? Right.
Oh yeah, we've been known that though, bro.
Well, here's the thing. It's just like, but also Valkyrie's in it. So like, do you think that there's gonna be like, oh, who's this new chick? And it's just like, is this like some new thing that
Are you
know?
asking me if Valkyrie and Jane Foster's Thor are gonna get together? Because that's gonna
No,
happen.
no. I'm just saying in
That's-
terms of like this love
You put
triangle.
my money on
you
that
gotta,
right now.
They gotta write that in, bro.
I think Thor and Jane are getting back together, and I definitely believe Valkyrie and Jane.
And he says that he loves the Romeo and Juliet stories.
Yeah, right.
What the heck is
A
this?
new age Romeo and Juliet.
New age where they don't fall in love at the end.
It's called Juliet. And
Then that's it.
it's called Just Some Juliet.
Justin Juliet. Hard working
Okay, either
independent
way.
woman.
And then some more DC comic casting news.
Yo, can you chill with that arm, bro?
Bro, I move my arm, okay?
No, the mic arm.
Who, me? Yeah.
Hey, you
Yeah.
getting some noises on my end.
Well, you're fine. Anyway.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
That's the
him.
noise I want.
Ew.
Some ASMR.
Either way, Sylvester Stallone cast in Suicide Squad.
I feel like I want this.
He's already worked with James Gunn because he was in Guardians too.
Right. Oh yeah, he was like one of the pirates guy, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
I don't think it said anything about who he's cast as because
Mm-hmm.
you know they're not going to let that info out. He was only there for like I think he's going to be like a super short role. Obviously, like it's going to be cool to have him there, but
like it's like a cameo type thing.
yeah,
like
but
that
he's not going to
scale?
like be there to like sell the whole movie. You know what I mean?
I mean, still in terms of like what's this? I still love like Sylvester Stallone. Like
Fuck
what he freaking does in
Sly
like
Stallone.
yeah, and he's pretty funny as well. Like in terms of if anything that he does in comedy, of like even serious films or like those action flicks that he used to do, it's just like he's a great actor, man. And so like I'm kind of glad and excited what they're gonna do with him. So we'll see. If he's even in that movie for 2 minutes, We're good.
That would be good. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, his role in Guardians was kind of supporting-esque. You know, he was like the challenge for Yondu's like moral compass, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And then
which
like
is weird because he was a pirate, I think.
But like there was like a
or
code.
was he the Ravengers? Was he a part of the Ravengers?
No, I think he was like a totally different.
You didn't
clan.
see Guardians 2?
I saw it. I don't remember which faction was which.
Okay.
But I think that's it. It's like there's just different factions to where just like, in the Pirates of the Caribbean they had like the different pirates just meet in there.
Yeah.
And I think it's like the same kind of thing where it's just like they have this code that they live by, and just like. I don't know. He was at the funeral, the fireworks.
Yeah.
I remember that part.
Man,
I don't remember like
2017 is a long 5 years ago. You
Yeah.
know?
Some could even say
Fuck
10
me.
years ago.
No,
Who
actually,
knows?
I thought about it today. Since I'm getting this new job and everything, I was talking to Liz's mom, and I was like, "Yeah, that was a fun 8-month vacation. Didn't feel like 8 months at all. It blew by, you know."
It was just a blur, and then before you know it, it's like holy
Before
crap!
you know
it's
it,
the holidays already. Like what?
Before we know it, we're streamers.
Oh yeah,
Before
Wow.
we know it, we
How
built
did that
ourselves a
happen?
podcast studio. We're like, we're gonna make it,
yeah.
and now we're 10 weeks in, and like,
Yeah. Happy anniversary.
Wow. Yeah.
I was gonna wait for the 12 weeks. At 12 weeks, I was gonna throw a pizza party on stream. I'm serious. I was gonna do it.
freaking do
Well,
it.
I'll still do it. I mean, just because you know now doesn't mean I can't do it.
Are you gonna get some Papa John's?
Fuck.
What?
See, this is exactly why I didn't want to let you guys know because now you're gonna ask me.
Please don't get
Oh,
Domino's.
can we get Papa John's? How
just
about instead of
volunteered
Papa
this info.
John's?
You gotta have some Papa.
Could we get garlic knots too?
Oh, can we though?
See?
Yo, we can make the menu right now. We could, and then ask the people, hey, what should we have on our pizza?
No,
as
see, this is
toppings?"
how Ger operates, though.
It's like,
I
surprise me.
picked Ger's meals for a week one time.
No, actually, it was probably a good month, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
We talked about. Okay, so quick story. In the beginning of the pandemic, we played video games
nonstop.
every night nonstop
I
until
think
2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And this is how we got the idea for the show because we used to just talk about shit for hours at a time.
I was like, well, how come we should record this?
And then, so when we were playing like till 2, 3 in the morning, and then you and I would text each other until 4 in the morning because we'd be looking at memes and shit. Either way, though, it was what were we saying about Lockdown 2? We're happy if Lockdown 2 comes because we'll be able to play
And
video
then we're
games
like,
again.
yeah, like till 4 or 5 in the
Yeah,
morning.
till
We could,
4 or 5 in the morning
It's
after
like
that.
we could bring it further,
But yeah, for the first 2 months, we played video games and we would talk about whatever food that we had eaten or what we wanted to eat. And Ger was like, God damn it. And the next day would get that for lunch or for dinner.
So like, yeah, that month I've had like sushi, steak, I don't know, specific kinds of burgers from like Checkers and like, I don't know. It was like all of a mess. My diet was terrible. My diet was terrible during the pandemic just because of these guys. Oh man. And then I would send you pictures like, damn you, I got it. It's just like, because you had steak or something like that. And just
That's
like,
right.
yo, I gotta get myself some steaks. And then
then
I sent him a
That's
picture of like,
We had picture. We had pizza one night. We told him we were eating pizza, and then we were like,
Yes.
tomorrow we're having sushi, and I just hear Jared go, Pat, damn it!
And I had to go.
And he had to have pizza that night, and he had sushi the next day. And when I asked him, where'd you get the sushi? He was like, my place was closed. I had to drive somewhere like 35 minutes out of the way.
Yeah, I had to drive to like Edison or something to like an Asian supermarket. Just like
and pick up like something
So,
out of
yeah,
a box.
Yeah, like because like they actually have like a sushi guy who actually like rolled the shit and then put it in. But
Yeah.
either way, it's just like you guys fucked me up during that pandemic.
Oh, okay. Our
Gosh
fault.
dang.
All right. So in this segment that we call Fun Time, or that I wrote down as Fun Time.
I see that now actually.
Yeah.
I see that now.
So the first thing we actually have, let's not get too accusatory because they did use some strong verbiage in that last video. But Jared Leto has released a L'Official commercial. Is that what it is? Now,
Yeah.
what is it exactly?
I think we shouldn't go into
No. What is it?
It's a commercial.
The people have to know,
It's-
though, Jer.
It's art in video format, okay? And that's it. So it's just like if you can't place Jared Leto in a museum, you can't. So you gotta make a commercial for some reason with whatever he's doing in here,
Dude,
and it stands the test of time.
so
That's what it is.
we watched that he had a Coca-Cola commercial too, right?
Yeah, from the 90s.
Yeah. So and we were talking about what like an eclectic career he's had
So
as
crazy.
far as like moving through the ranks of Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
At what point do you make the transition to this is not enough? I need to be a religious leader. Because I want to know, when do I get to that point in my life? You know?
Yeah, I mean he's.
I want to be prepared to start my cult.
It's just like, well, I mean in terms
Jared
of
wasn't ready for his, but he had the means to do it because he
had
makes
the money,
a lot of money. Yeah.
Just like let's go in the desert. I built a whole compound and everything like that.
I thought that's where you're gonna stop. They were gonna be like, "Let's go to the desert," and everyone's gonna be like, "You got it."
You got it.
Like that's
It's like, wait, do we have?
like that was the end of their plan. All right, we're out here now. What?
Hey, you got
I
those
don't know. You guys got shovels?
you got Jared Leto fans who would do anything for him. You know, it's just like, hey, if we're going to the desert,
Well,
we're
that's
in
the
the desert.
important part, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
you
the
gotta have a
admiration.
yeah.
It's the fascination with with being like having people worship you and shit, and then like people say weird shit like, I moved here to be with Jared just to be in his presence. I took my kids out of school. I spent their college funds, and now we live here on a trailer in his backyard, and we watch him every day, and he is just so wise and vibrant and gives us will to live.
And
it's
all,
like
the only thing on those TVs too in their trailers are like 30 seconds to Mars videos, music videos, and like his commercials. It's not even the films
and
yet. It's
Darman videos.
and Darman videos. But they like have a PSD of like his face just on like the characters.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
exactly. But, I mean, you know, it's kind of funny how he never seems to lose his level of able to like actually calculate how insane he is. You know what I mean? And the worst part is that
It's a lifestyle, bro. It's a lifestyle.
I get
man.
it's a lifestyle, but it's like
He just lives it. He
Okay,
doesn't think.
if
he
you
just
okay, I'll put it like this: if you saw your friend,
Okay.
right? Not me. If you saw your friend
okay, Nick. All right.
posting a video like that on their social media, right?
So okay.
You'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" Right? That's right. Right? Come on.
If it's
Jared.
on the friend
Nick,
level,
Nick,
I know a lot of people in Asbury Park and they do shit like that all the time.
but you would be like, so you don't ask them like, but hold on, are they performers?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit
It's
different.
not a level of society thing. That's a performer thing. It's like
What the
It's a
fuck?
lifestyle,
dude,
bro.
All right, dude, I'm not gonna be shy anymore. I'm a performer too. I would never put something like that on Instagram.
Well, you'll never be Jared Leto.
Oh my god.
You gotta-
Well, actually, you know what?
You gotta
Fair
pass
enough,
that
'cause I don't
threshold,
wanna
bro.
be in charge of a fucking cult.
You got to pass that threshold to only where you can be God. You know.
Well, I guess
what Jared
have to
Leto's.
see yourself
Oh, yeah.
so above everyone else, which is kind of insane
He's
too.
ascended, bro.
He's ascended.
He's
well,
ascended.
yeah,
And you could be too,
You could be
but
too.
you're playing.
you could be too if you have love shot.
Love your show. Oh yeah, freaking video.
Yeah. So I mean, look, I saw it, and we chose not to play it because it's absolutely mind melting. Like, what even is it? Did we get past what it was?
It's art. I'm just.
No.
How
stop
come you
saying
cannot
that.
go
Stop
past this?
fucking saying that.
Oh man.
I pulled up the website and I'm looking at their website. I don't even know. I couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
And like they have,
What do they sell?
They have different brands.
Look.
It's like La Lista, La Official, Be Well, Gucci, Save the Date. What? But it doesn't say. There's no about.
But there's no
page.
products. Nothing.
I know. I can't.
See, if you're selling a brand, you're selling the brand to move the product. You know, you're selling the image. That's what marketing does. They sell you on the lifestyle. They want to create the necessity.
Wait, so
you know what I mean?
So Jared Leto was not selling Cadillacs or cut up mannequins?
No, I don't
not
think
at
he
all?
was, and that's the
Because that was
strange
in
part.
that was in the video. So like I don't know what.
You know what? Fuck this. I'm putting out a video like that.
That's what we're saying.
All right, we're
shoot
doing
around.
it.
We're gonna
Yep.
shot for shot.
Yep.
Next
yep.
week's
we're
clip of the
doing
week.
Just
We're
like,
doing it.
Wait a minute, this is
We're
us.
doing it. Do you guys have cut up mannequins?
No, we're gonna. We'll use Joe.
I know people.
Like just no, we're not gonna cut him up. But like in terms of just
How about I
like
just have bodies in the trunk?
no, that's the thing.
Also, would that go over as
We'll
well?
just carry Joe's
Would
arm.
that go
like,
over
right
as
there.
well as if it wasn't a mannequin, he pulled up like a severed head and like winked at it and stuff and like not held it by the hair like a sane person, held it from within inside the neck.
Like a puppet.
Up. Yeah, like yeah. Kind of like some sort of insane man.
I mean, but that commercial came out like after Halloween, so I don't know.
I just got a text from my girlfriend that the power just went out at our house. Oh, and she just texted me again saying, for a second. So never mind. Why wouldn't you just put that in one message?
It's just like it's like the anticipation first. It's just like it's a thriller, you know. It's just like to get
Oh
you.
man.
Oh man.
Liz is going to
All
be
right.
featured in the
Well,
update for Phasmophobia.
We're gonna move over. We're
True.
gonna shift gears here because we have all the time for Jared Leto. But we want to talk about a situation that has been plaguing
Oh right.
not
right.
only just us, but our entire community as a whole, as gamers, PC builders, just guys in tech in general, visual effects artists, video editors and creators, just in general, musicians who I guess found a way to run those files on a GPU and not just a really sick processor. But so we want to talk about scalpers.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that we did is because I actually have an encounter with one.
Mm-hmm.
And I, look, I just want to come out. I'll just come out and say it right now. Everybody here agrees that scalping with bots is a really shitty thing to do,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Absolutely.
Nick,
Yeah.
you would agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like why?
Because if you
know?
didn't, out.
I'll be here. Just stay on like Pat's cam, and then I'll go back and forth and just like switch.
You know what? You give me the iPad. You stand outside.
No, it's okay. No.
So no, but it's shitty. It's amoral. And now here's the thing. I'll just tell the story, and then I'll just tell the story
And then we'll
honestly,
piggyback
and then
off
we'll
it, yeah.
we'll
We'll
piggyback
talk
off
up.
it.
Yeah,
So
we'll talk after.
my PlayStation 5, I ordered on the first pre-order waves. Remember the whole joke? Oh, you're all peasants, haha, very funny. Yeah. So I got the shipping notice that said it wouldn't be here until at least November 13th,
Right.
and it wouldn't, or in between November 13th and 18th. Not couth. I was not cool with that. So obviously I wasn't like throwing a fit or anything, but we paid $500,
That's a lot of money.
And I was told it was going to be here on a certain day, and then the shipping changed. Thankfully, for everyone's sake at Target, it came on Friday, a day after, which it was fine. I had to go to Philly for the day anyway.
So it worked out in your favor,
worked out. It worked out. And I didn't I wasn't able to sink time into it on Saturday because I had to do all the updating and installing and So as I was in the echocardiogram lobby of my doctor's office, I saw that someone had 4 PlayStation 5s on their Instagram. Here's the thing. I asked, how did he get so many? Right? Because she had posted that her boyfriend had 4 PlayStation 5s. I said, how did he get so many? LOL. And said, does he want to let me have one now? And then on Wednesday, I'll just give him mine. Then she typed back, LOL, he uses bots. Look, I know this person from high school. They're a good human being. I don't think at least she was aware of how unethical that is and how much everybody doesn't like that, especially guys like us. And I don't really know him too much, but I gotta believe that if she's with him, that he's a good person. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I mean, it's the benefit of the doubt, right? It's just like,
so I don't
know this
say,
person. Yeah.
And like, I don't want to be like, oh, this is a piece of shit and this and that.
And everybody,
that's so not what I'm trying to do. It's just, I'm trying to say that even though it is legal and you can do it, and by all means, do it. It's just, this is our perspective on it. And it's not cool when it's fucking launch day and you've used bots to secure all of the units that are in store.
And especially in your area.
Yeah. And then you're going to upcharge them $250. And the reason that I know that is because I followed the Instagram path and I got to his story. And his story was he had 12 PS5s already. On launch day, he had 12.
12.
Then he had,
he
said he had 15 more coming next week. So whatever, going into this week. He posted another image of his email full of Xbox Series X's that were like on the way.
He got those too?
So I emailed him. I mean, I didn't email, I messaged him. And I asked him. I was like, hey man, how much for a Series X?
Oh, that's how you found out.
Yeah. And he answered me and he said $750. Now here's the thing. Obviously, those prices are better, and I know where it's coming from than like eBay.
Right.
But still, you just racked up. You just took the whole inventory and was like, I'll sell them to you for this price. You're artificially inflating the value of the product by manipulating the laws of supply and demand. That's not how a free market works.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, unfortunately. Like, that's legally how. But you're using the free market to create a restricted market in favor of yourself because you have the capital to it's just amoral and stupid and anti-economic. You know what I mean? Like, if he was a distributor or scalpers in general, if they were distributors or they owned retail stores and they bought in bulk, or they couldn't, and they bought in bulk. They don't buy those PlayStations priced at $500.
No,
they buy them for like fucking $300 a unit, or like maybe even less. Who even knows what the retail markup rate is?
There's a ratio.
Exactly. And then they put them out on the floor for $500, So you buy a shit ton and then you put them out you get them for a discounted price. You put them out on the floor, you piecemeal them out, and that's how you make your money. But what you're doing here is inflating that value.
Yeah.
Which there's a ceiling on it. It's only $500 because the corporations know that you can only sell them at $500. I realize what I did.
But here's the thing too. It's like, from what it seems like, right? Because is it going to be like online sales as well? Is he going to be shipping across the country?
How many times? Well, okay.
I feel like it's more of like that area, right? So like in the state.
First of all, dude, I got to respect the hustle. Okay. Because half the battle.
Regardless.
Half the battle of sales is having someone to sell it to.
Right.
So
there is a demand,
he
and they
can't
know.
be buying all these units and not being able to flip them. But the Series X's, he posted about those. So that's why I asked him what the price was. And if he was willing to sell them, then I guess he could have gotten, then I guess he doesn't have buyers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, listen, I'm not doubting his skills because you got to have a lot of fucking cash in the bank to be able to fucking
12 and
like,
then 15.
exactly.
And then,
like
that's just PlayStation 5.
Like I said, and like here's the thing, that's fucking rolling the dice no matter who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like $15,000 for one order.
Yeah.
And then you're going to flip that for $250 a pop.
Like, that's nuts.
Then that's mad luxurious.
It is, though.
It is.
It really is.
But so either way, respecting the hustle or not, I ended up getting my PS5 anyway. So
And you're enjoying it too.
I am.
I
am. But
you're the success story that we
he does it again. But we wanted to talk about how, from our perspective, how even though this looks flashy and this looks cool, like I saw pictures that very day on Twitter of other scalpers.
Oh yeah.
Like, for instance, I'll put it like this: the Act Man retweeted a picture of some guy who had a whole full warehouse full of a stock of PS5s. He's like, got another 15 coming, this, like, whatever.
Man.
And the Act Man retweeted it and just goes, I found a guy with the smallest dick in the world. Like, obviously, Act Man's a huge gamer. We don't like this shit. We don't think it's cool. You're fucking over everyone. But hey, that's our piece. So, you could take it what you will. Moving on, though. Right. Moving on, though, we have two main topics for this evening. So first of all, what we're going to get into is we're going to get into Call of Duty.
Yes.
Black Ops Cold War, which is a stupid title.
Well,
and
too
then
long.
A little later on, we're going to talk about, I guess I'm going to talk about my experience with the PlayStation. My experience with the PlayStation 5. Originally we wanted to do a tech demo. However, we had to sub out. It's fine. Whatever. Just go look it up.
Well, you need to have handcuffs, right? You need those first so you could handcuff the PlayStation to your wrist.
I actually had to put my hands in an oven with the DualSense to mold them together so I could really feel the haptic feedback. God damn it was nice. So yeah, Call of Duty.
Freaking love.
Tell me what you think so far.
I love it. Well, here's the thing. I love Modern Warfare still. That's always gonna hold a good place in my heart because
I think I made the transition.
No, dude,
you just run too fast. See,
you can't run fast enough, man. I'm just saying,
dude. You gotta fly, bro. You run so fast, and plus, dude, I'm good at this one. Manny and I went 7-0 last night.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, like, there's a lot of people.
You got 47 eliminations in that one round, and you died 2 times.
Oh no. Well, either way, moving on, dude. But here's the thing.
Why are we denying science right now? Clearly, we're better at the new COD. Why would we stick with the old one?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, there's a lot of people who've been saying it feels totally different. Like, it feels, I don't know, a little bit more like ice skating type thing.
Dude, those people are fucking stupid.
Listen,
it's not like ice skating at all.
Listen, hold on. But I feel like
they got off their
the same.
DX racers and they fucking went out onto a frozen lake for once in a while.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like it's the same. There's definitely a difference in the slidey part, when you're doing like the crouch slide and everything like that. But, the time to kill is like, feels great.
I feel
it's
like
a good
the guns,
balance.
The guns.
They feel more satisfying.
I put it like this. They feel more like analog guns, like old guns that are, they're guns from the 80s, the late 70s. You know what I mean? So they clank and they fucking charge a different way. You know what I mean?
And then the reload animations.
The reload animations, all weird. It just feels like guns were designed in a different, which they were, guns being designed in a different area with different parts. Maybe they're not as greased up and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, the guns just feel like, I keep using the word analog. There are no digital guns, but I'm just saying it feels like it's from like an analog time. You know what I mean? But first up, campaign.
Oh, right.
Now you played a little bit, right?
I played a little bit. I couldn't fit everything in.
right.
Yeah.
I played the whole thing. I don't even know why I had to think about that.
It's like I played 100.2%.
I didn't play 100% because I didn't do the optional missions.
Got it.
Because I had to like find evidence or whatever. I was like, dude, I got to talk about this. I'm just trying to get past all this. Yeah, it's great.
I just want to know what happens.
It's Call of Duty. We know what it is. But the campaign itself, like the actual story, it's fun. I liked it. I like how you're doing spy shit, and then there's a part at the like last 20% of the campaign where they try to flip the script on you. It doesn't work. I don't like it. I don't like that part. The first 80%, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. COD is back, baby. And, but
then they were trying to be like a little bit more
what they
creative
tried
with
to
it.
do, kind of.
Well, we're not in the spoiler section yet, right?
It's a fucking COD campaign. Everybody knows what's gonna happen.
All right, so okay,
there's one ultra nationalist terrorist, right?
Okay,
That's
wait,
how
hold
it
on.
is.
So spoiler territory here, then, right?
I get. Do you want to get spoiled? I just need
Listen,
to say what I gotta say.
I don't care. I'm just going for like the viewers and everything like that, and our audio listeners. So it's just like, but I'm totally fine with it. Go for it.
Listen, it's Call of Duty. If you didn't play it already, if you didn't get it already, you're gonna get it on the Christmas rush, okay? And at that point, all the secrets are gonna be out. So, first of all, the thing that I do like is they try to pair it in with COD Modern Warfare, where in that Zakhav, the villain in that game, he's working with the Russians in this one in the 80s.
So yeah, there's like this is like the beginnings of yep.
I like that. I like how now those two games are in the same continuity. That was like, ooh, that makes me feel giddy on the inside.
I was like, someone else did this. What?
Then the second thing, the other thing that or the first thing I didn't like rather, was that they try to throw the Mason numbers angle at you.
Oh, right.
Like out of nowhere. Like they never set it up at all. Like,
well, they were expecting people to remember for some reason.
Even then, bro, you're not even playing as Mason. You're playing as this dude named Bell. And like Mason and Woods and Hudson are there for like supporting characters. Like, no, I should have been Mason and Woods and Hudson should have been the two guys that I do missions with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's this guy named Adler who he's okay. However, like,
you mean Robert Redford?
Yes, Robert Redford. Yeah, they've got Robert Redford in the game. But yeah, it's okay. It like all that shit is fun. I don't like how they threw the numbers thing in at the end. I fucking despise how they tried to pull the angle of like. So there's like a whole character custom creator in the beginning. Like you put your name in, you put your sex in,
the date of birth and everything,
everything, and then you pick your background. So you get a choice of CIA, MI6, and ex-KGB.
Yeah.
So I picked CIA because I was like, fuck yeah, I want to be in charge of like, overthrowing countries and shit like that.
I want to be talking to Langley.
Yeah, that's my shit right there. So you play the whole game. And then you find out that you're actually an ex-operative of the guy that you're hunting, Perseus. And they've been injecting you with truth serum to find out the memory like that you lost when like you got shot. It's one of those like gets really convoluted super fast.
Well, they were
and then it's like we had to create these memories of you being in Nam, and it's like, okay, well, did Adler have those memories? Because he was there with me. And then Adler immediately says, like, he goes, you've only had those memories for a few months. I've been living with them for over a decade. And I was just like, but have you? Because,
here's my
I
interpretation.
Can't tell how old you are now. Like,
so here's my interpretation of that. It's more like how the last Black Ops where they're trying to, play around with like the sleeper cell type of.
Oh, fuck that. That's so bad.
Well, here's the
that's
thing,
worse
dude.
compared to this.
No. But hear me out though. It's just like more so, okay, that kind of storyline, it can't work out in the 80s. We can't pull that off. But still Cold War, so we're going to try to put a spin on it. To where it's just like, all right, we're injecting the main character with like false memories and stuff like that. And then it triggers.
They didn't leave the breadcrumbs. You know how when you want to do a movie where it's like, it was a dream the whole time, or like, you're really this you got to drop the breadcrumbs. The character's got to interact with the environment and something weird happens, or he's got to see something that's kind of off. And then later on, when you have that revelation of like, oh my God, I'm actually a Russian KGB agent that like is working for the CIA. My background that you set up in the beginning means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have to decide the whole fate of the game is, am I going to stand with the U.S.? Am I going to stand with the Soviets? When really I should have just been working for the U.S. at all times. You know what I mean? Either way, though, or at least that's how I would have done it. Either way, though, they give you 3 endings after that.
Yeah.
And
I saw that.
I got the good ending. How is that the good ending? Like, Adler just goes to shoot you in the face. You
On
go
the
to
cliff.
shoot Adler,
Yeah, yeah.
and then you don't know what happens. The second ending is
you turn
you turn on your team, you lead them to an ambush, and when Adler asks you for a light, he tries to stab you, and you drive his own knife into his chest, and then you and Perseus walk out, and Perseus is like, the Americans are too stupid to find out that Perseus is not just one person.
it's a group.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, I mean, there's been no information on that.
Oh,
so,
and then-
like, how are we too fucking stupid?
And then the thing is like on the news, it's like United States responsible for like all the nuclear stuff that was going
Yeah.
on. It's like
It's just it wouldn't work like that. And then the third option was you don't bring them to the ambush. They like you get there and you just like stand on like I don't know. You pick some option and they just would shoot you and that's it. That's it. Woods is like, let's go home.
okay. Well, here's the thing. I gotta commend them though for trying something totally different because all these other things where it's like because it's a spy type of story and I do like that. You know, with all like the James Bond type,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
espionage and everything like that. Because first of all, the levels look great in the campaign and including in the multiplayer. And it's just like they were trying to
The gameplay's
really,
fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they're trying to really take advantage of like, well, how are we gonna do this? Like in the 80s, try to like travel around the world. It's like espionage.
I would
you
say
know?
they had me for the first 80% of the game. And then when you got to that part, I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah, the ending is where it gets
the
dicey.
ending
yeah.
is where it gets dicey for sure. I would have rather them stuck to one ending and have it be really strong and character driven. And of course, you know, I'm talking about a Call of Duty game.
Well,
so.
but then again, we play it for the
Multiplayer.
multiplayer. There you go.
That's where I was gonna go next.
So what do you think about it? So good, so good.
So fucking good. I didn't know that. It's multiplayer. It's fine. You can turn it off. Multiplayer is awesome because it's I didn't think you could have a more well-refined gunplay in Call of Duty than Modern Warfare had gotten it to. And
it took a while for Modern Warfare to
Right.
get there, yeah.
right, but now Black Ops has it and they just made it so much better.
And then all they have to do is probably like just fine adjustments,
They're gonna-
but they don't need to.
They're going to nerf that M16 though. If
Oh,
they
that
don't nerf the
MX4
M6
or something?
No, the XM4 they need to buff. The XM4 sucks.
Oh, I apparently. What level are you?
I'm like level 15 or 16 now. Oh no, I'm level 18. That's where I was.
Oh, okay, I was about to say it's this guy. I think I'm just at the cusp, but if you already have it, that means you've already surpassed me. But like
Krieg 6 though, great gun.
I haven't tried that one.
MP5, awesome. The Mac 11 machine gun or like the Uzi, fun gun. These are all fun guns.
Yeah.
All the game modes you love and know are there.
But here's the thing, they should have given us more maps. I just hate how like
I want gun game back. I want party game back.
Did
I
you
want
try-
one in the chamber back.
did you try Dirty Bomb?
No, we could try it when we go home though.
Oh, dude, so good. It's like Plunder.
All right, we'll try it. Yeah,
Dude,
we'll try
it's
it.
so nice. It's so
Um,
good.
What was the other?
Zombies.
Zombies. Okay, so we played Dead Ops Arcade. It's exactly what you think it is. It's a good time. There's nothing else we can report on that.
Remember when we were like, I kept on asking, it's like, so what is this then? It's like, it's what it is. It's Dead Ops Arcade.
Dead Ops Arcade.
it's
I didn't know
arcade.
how else to say it.
Okay, but like, what is it though?
It's just a top-down,
Top-down,
crazy
yeah.
shooter.
Because I didn't see like when.
Dude, that was in the original Black Ops game.
See, I didn't remember that. I don't think I have even played that option. So that's why I was like, I was in for the surprise when
Yeah.
I was like, Dead Ops Arcade. Oh, like top down.
I love when you
arcade
kept
style.
asking, "How do I go first person?"
It's like,
I was like,
this
it's a fucking pickup.
It's
And
not
then
what you do.
Finally, when you got it across, it was a pickup. You were
I might
just
not
like,
play that again though. I just like I'm just saying. It's not my cup of tea.
And then regular zombies. It's okay. What's so hard about making a map that you either
You just keep
I
going.
don't like
yeah.
the design of zombies. I would rather have a map that has big, long objectives for us to complete.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of those completion of objectives, we get to survive.
And then also like go beyond the maps if you want.
Yeah,
you know?
and like you have like a tally of like who did the best at the end of the map and everything, right? Like you have a chance.
We're purists. That's
Yeah,
why,
it's not
though,
just a horde mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what we grew up on. That's
but-
why.
Or what's the problem with just opening up Kind Your Tootin' and just fucking having us run the gambit again like we used to?
I mean, like that's the thing where we were caught by surprise or caught off guard because it was like starting out as like a co-op mission, and then it's like, oh, I guess this is zombies.
Oh yeah, well that's what it is. It's like a co-op mission now, but it's not. It's neither of the two. It's like a horde mode co-op mission, but if it's got objectives, I want to do the objectives until I get the satisfactory of winning. And it's no matter how many objectives you do in COD, you still got to deal with the horde.
Yeah.
Always. Like the horde.
But you can
always
still have
comes.
your pace, like the type of pace that you want, and then like what you configure with your squad, you know?
Right.
It's like you get to, all right, are we opening up this staircase now?
Yeah,
Just
we got to play more of it though too.
Yeah, just to
But
give it a
overall
try.
though, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad.
Definitely would recommend.
Yeah, I would recommend it for PC though, because our next thing, well, I haven't played a shooter on the DualSense. Probably pretty good. Either way though,
I've heard that. Yeah.
I got the PS5,
No, really?
and I'm gonna talk about it right now. So, first of all, it's a big 'em. It's a big fucking console.
Yeah.
I set it down, and it's actually quite heavy too. However, as big and as heavy as it is, it's quiet, and that's what's important. God damn it! It doesn't make a peep when it's playing. It's very impressively quiet.
Because the thing is, though, Pat doesn't listen to the game audio. He just puts it on mute. So that's why I just like I don't want to hear and the game
and the
that's-
game.
Like
That's it.
I'd even put subtitles on. Just like I don't know what they're saying, but it's completely quiet.
Music to my ears.
No, but it's like
it's quiet.
Yeah, it's high tech. You know,
Although I like the fact that I have a 4K Blu-ray drive now, like that I can actually buy 4K.
About
Blu-ray.
time, right?
put 4K Blu-rays in and watch.
Why Sony? Why?
I like that I have that, but it does look like there's a tumor on my Xbox, on my PS5.
Oh, because of that drive.
It's like
yeah,
the drive is like, why you couldn't just put it in the center? I can't wait to see what the redesign is in 2 years. You know what I mean?
Right. The Pro model.
The Pro model, the PS5 Pro, and it's like, you know, this one actually like puts you in the game.
No, you know what? I thought about that because you know, like the PlayStation 4 and then the PlayStation 4 Pro. You know, they just added another like layer.
Yeah.
So it's like, so just imagine those white fins. It's just like two more fins on the side.
I was gonna say they put another bubble on the other side.
Yeah.
This is where the texture goes.
Yeah, man.
But
just like that's
yeah,
it.
overall it's been good. So one thing I do notice that a difference between the Xbox. Okay, so PlayStation is a closed ecosystem. You know what I mean?
It certainly is. Yeah.
It doesn't really talk with anything else as far as
No, you're committed to like.
yeah, you're committed
Sony,
to that
yeah.
Sony brand. But pretty much what's going on here is like Xbox Series X has this thing called Quick Resume, which like you can
That's
pretty
a
much
nice
just
feature.
jump in and out of games.
Yeah, that's a nice feature.
Sony does not have that, which I hope they work on.
Yeah, it could be like an update. Dude.
But the other thing is I use discs. So I can't. So I have Last of Us 2 downloaded.
Mhm.
I have Spider-Man Remastered PS5 edition downloaded, which I won't touch because the save files don't transfer over yet. And they'll transfer over. They said the update will come like near Thanksgiving. So I'm just going to wait.
Oh, that's around the corner. Yeah.
I have that digital. I got Bug Snacks because it was free. And then what was the other game I got that was downloaded? I think those are the only downloaded games. But the games I installed were Spider-Man Miles Morales, which has been fucking so good. Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon's Souls. It's not Demon Souls. It's Demons 'S Souls.
Wow.
Which
I've been Googling the wrong game this whole time.
I got that. And then I installed Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, that's a freaking great game.
I installed I already played through it on PS4, but it has the PS5 advancements. So you can get 4K 60.
You got to try it out, man.
I will. They
a
put out the
beautiful game.
multiplayer
Yeah,
pack for
beautiful
free, so
game.
I need to go play that. I installed God of War because
Why
it's
not?
a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? If you're not like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
However, now that just has 1080 at 60 FPS. I'm sure they'll do an update for it. I'm positive
They would
will.
have to.
I'm sure
So
they
many
will.
people were going to be
I'm
asking. about
fucking
that.
positive they will. Days Gone I installed because that has an update, and I would like to do New Game Plus on that.
Mhm.
And I installed The Last of Us 2, which I think I already said, like, digitally, but that kind of sucks right now because they haven't done a patch for that to make it 4K 60 FPS yet. That game actually only renders in 2K at 30 FPS because the graphics are so
Well, they
high.
optimized it for like a certain,
Yeah, but
it needs
they'll
to catch up. Yeah.
it'll be fine.
And now
it'll be fine.
you only have 20 gigs left in the.
It's true. I ate up hard drive space awful fast, and Liz hasn't even put on Sackboy yet.
Oh,
Liz's comment is Astro's Playroom.
Oh, we have asked. Well, that comes on the console, like for free. And that pretty much is a showcase for the DualSense controller. Dude, when you have that controller in your hands, you can feel like the grass beneath your feet.
That's
the
cool.
hail
Yeah.
hitting the control, like hitting the characters. When you're in Spider-Man, you can feel the resistance of the adaptive trigger pushing back as you swing through the city. And as you get to your lowest point in the swing, that's when the web would be pulling the hardest. So you feel the
You're really in the
controller
game. Yeah.
stop.
That's cool.
And then when you go to swing out of it, like the resistance becomes less because there's less tension on the web.
Well, here's the thing. This is going to be a little bit of a tangent, right? Because Sony has gotten really popular with their VR, like Sony VR, PlayStation VR. Do you think it's going to be like a thing where they have to push this forward in terms of like, I don't know, some VR experience with that controller?
I would be
That would be so
confused
cool,
if they
dude.
didn't. And as a matter of fact, the visuals are so nice on the PS5. VR would be absolutely insane.
Oh yeah, it would be taking it
Dude,
another notch.
my rig has just been emasculated this week by first of all, your rig. Ger got a 4090 Ti.
Then that's mad luxury.
Rob his house.
Yeah, 4090 guys. I
He
have
wears
proof.
open back headphones though, so be wary. He's listening.
I could hear the footsteps.
He'll hear you this time. The
I just heard that story for
4090.
the first time this week.
oh, you heard that story for the first time this week?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Well.
we're knowing a lot about each other. Like new things.
Okay, well,
Nick was a extra in Men in Black. He's like, what? I did not know that. Damn.
Besides for that fun little trivia section.
Yeah. Would recommend? You think?
Fuck yeah, would recommend. If you have any,
If you can get it.
if you can get it, and if you can get it, peasants. See, it's still funny. It's a funny joke. But
no.
yeah, so I mean, like the whole thing was awesome. They sent me like a 3-foot 2.1 HDMI cable. They sent me a USB cable to charge the DualSense. Couple things that suck right now. You can't actually charge the DualSense until it is dead enough.
Ooh.
Yep. So that will be patched out, obviously. The HD camera that I purchased that has a dual 1080 lens has no PC support right now.
Yeah.
And I hooked it up to the PS5 to see its image. Dude, it looks like I bought a fucking 8mm tape camera from the late 90s. Like recording
Oh, it has some
Christmas
character.
Day.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's cool.
it looks like garbage. I was like, oh my God,
they're
this
gonna-
is
they'll
the
fix that up.
shittiest camera I've ever seen.
Yeah, they'll fix it.
So I hopefully they patch that and they fix that. The only other thing that I want is I want the media remote because, like, dude, that's the best fucking. I have an 8K player in the house now. I want the media remote. I'm gonna use it like Netflix or something, you know.
But they don't have 8K stuff yet, though.
They will though, bitch.
All right, 5 years from now. Okay.
And then the second thing is I want the controller charger. It just looks like a little PlayStation 5 like on its side, and you just set the controllers in there and they charge. And
That's
but overall, the controller I think is what the true next gen aspect is. Like the visuals are sick too, like 4K 60, or if you want ray tracing, high fidelity, you go 4K 30 FPS. Either way, you're going to have an amazing time. I can't imagine what they're going to patch into this shit. And if they're anything like their developers that listen to their fans and then patch games a certain way or change a certain stuff, they'll be nothing but on track for success if they just talk to their audience and figure out what works best for them and not fuck us too horribly on the price of new external SSDs.
Just have to wait and find out.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm not looking forward to it, especially since I just committed myself to an HDD free rig.
Yeah. I mean,
But either way,
yeah.
So that would conclude our main topics for this evening. I gotta find better segues. Nick, clip of the week.
Let's do it.
Song.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, it's the clip of the week. Oh, it's the clip of the week. It's the clip of the week.
All right, what do we got here, Nick?
To Vespa.
This is from Reddit's Idiots in Cars.
Okay.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Oh, hold on.
It's like
We have audio, no audio.
Scroll down on OBS and you should
It's
see.
just muted on there.
Okay, all right. Oh, what the fuck?
that looks
That's so
dangerous.
not-
Oh! Oh, that was. Oh, he's young.
Oh, he's a young dude.
He's 12.
Oh my god, was I supposed to laugh at this?
I did.
Oh
mean, he
man,
looks
he's obviously
fine, but-
fine, but like, oh man,
Dude, that scared me, bro.
Dude, was he not wearing a helmet?
He was, well, that's where the camera was.
Oh, good point. Yeah,
Dude, he looked left for 2 seconds, and all of a sudden there's
dude,
like a
that's
car.
why you just dude. I mean, first of all,
the last
fuck.
thing that he saw.
First of all,
Oh,
if we're going back to amoral things, first of all, fuck that guy on the motorcycle. Okay, I don't know him, so I don't have a problem telling him to go fuck himself.
The kid or the other, or like
The first guy that came past. First of all, he had a passenger too, so that's
Yeah, there's
even-
two of them, yeah.
You fucking idiot. But this kid though, I mean,
He's just a kid. What
he
does
is.
he know?
I mean, yeah, but he
You
should have
wanna-
been.
you
Paid.
want it
This
again?
is certainly a lesson learned. Yeah, let me see the. Oh, man,
Gosh,
this is
dang.
certainly a lesson learned for him for sure,
Oh, it's too bad I don't have like speed control. I can't,
Dude,
I
I'm-
can't play it slower.
dude. I'm gonna.
It's all good,
I'm gonna
dude.
get in a fucking accident on the way home. Now that we're talking about this, I'm
Damn,
shitting
it's
all
on the
over this
road.
kid. Yeah.
Keep your yeah. That's the moral of the story.
Well, I drive blindfolded, so
You can't catch me.
what? You can't catch me if I can't see all of you. That's
the
what
the
you think
meta.
the
That's the
logic I'm
meta.
operating off of. All right,
meta, bro.
Well, that was a pretty successful episode, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I'd say probably the best one.
Yeah, you think so? Any particular reason why you say it was the best one, Nick? Is
I
there
think
anything
I-
missing here?
Probably the headphone, the Beats.
Ah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
right,
The
it's
only
true.
thing that's, oh, the
You don't
GoPro,
use that.
The GoPro's missing.
Oh, that's right. The GoPro's missing. Can't think of anything else of any importance that we would need here to produce this show week after week.
And that's on God, baby girl.
That was a good job. All right. Thanks so much, everyone. This was Nerd Shit Live. Once again, you can subscribe to this channel. You can head over to our website, nerdshit.net. And you can subscribe to this podcast on every major podcast network. So this way you never miss a show. If you miss us here, you can listen to the audio version at your leisure and listen to it again if you like the sounds of my voice. So thanks so much once again, and we'll see you next week.